for the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them the wall. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
The Target Series now heads to the ISM Raceway for their race within the Grainger Duel Weekend. This is the Grainger 300 in the Target Series ISM Raceway. Jonathan Rains, the 02, claims pole for today's race. Who's outside in second? It's the 98 car of Brett Sierra. Then third place with Leon Campana. Fourth, it's Bronson Minnick. And rounding out the top five, Keegan Thompson in the 11 car. Sixth place, we have Andrew Bean. In seventh, it is Matt Wells. He comes in third in the point standings. 8th, we have Evan Hunter. In 9th, it is Alex Fletcher. And Noggin Scott, the 16, rounds out the top 10. For the rest of the field behind them, there's Kashawn Richardson, who's outside Jonathan Beeford in the 15 car. Then there's points leader Anthony Hernandez and the 38 of Danny Lloyd. Then we have the 10 of Landlines. He comes in second in points, only 1 point back of the points lead. The 24 Nathan Greenis, who is outside. Then there's Jake Galloway with Jack Marshall in the 60 car, along with Casey Nanico and the 88 of Jennifer Buford. Then we have Jack Canaramo and John Smith in the 09, with Carson Bowers and Justin Zidell in the 99. Then we have Edwin Mendez and Jay Randall the 52, with Sebastian Kukulon in the 22 of Luke Rainey. Then we have Jeff Bright and Zachary DeLello, with Tyler Fink in the 62 of Oliver Evans. Then there's Trey Rainey and Eli Bright, with Freddie Soto and Marshall Burrow the 89. Then we have Ann McDowell and Alex Reynolds, and in the final row, 39th Riley Spirlitube, 40th is the 33 of Code Luigi. There is our 4-car starting lineup for the Grainger 300 and the Target Series at ISM. Let's go on track side and fire these engines up.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the 40-car field rolls off the starting grid for racing on the West Coast once again, the Target Series, this time at the 1 mile ISM Raceway as a part of the Grainger Duel Weekend. We've had a Pentel Truck Series race so far, a Gatorade Cup Series race so far. We're going to have a Target race today and one final Gatorade Cup Series race tomorrow here at the ISM Raceway. 30 laps this race is, 5 laps shorter than the Cup race that we had yesterday. John Threes and Brett Sierra on the front row. Let's see what happens here at ISM. Track position means a lot, but the restarts and starts can prove to be very, very beneficial en route to the front. Green flag racing at ISM. Look at Keegan Thompson, 3 wide for second. Rains pulls away to lead the first lap of the race. They're 3 and 4 wide behind them in the pack to turn number 1. Thompson trying to take it. Here comes Mathis Wells. He comes in third, points only about 6 points back of the points lead. So he can be the points there after today. He's so close. They're still side by side for a second. Mathis Wells back here trying to gain some ground, trying to get up inside the top 5. As they go through 3 and 4, he has a nice run on the bottom of the racetrack. He's getting a push from Kashawn Richardson, the 29, who now looks to the bottom lane. They're 4 wide to the corner. It's the 10 of Landon Lyons, second in points, making the big move out of line. Well, Lyons only 1 point back of Anthony Hernandez, who's right behind him. The front 3 points are in this pack. Wells trying to clear it, but Kashawn to the inside. Lyons and Hernandez run nose to tail, and they are first and second in points. Yeah, Lyons 1 point behind Hernandez for the points lead. John Threes is gone. The battle's on for third as Andrew Bean moves by Leon Campana. Brett Sierra started second. He fell back to fifth. He's looking for fourth now to try and regain a spot. Back behind them, Hernandez was in a squeeze with some others, but they sorted out down the back straight. Through 3 and 4, Hernandez on the intel, ride it by to get by Minnick and Fletcher both. So car number 31 breaks inside the top 10. Wells back behind Landon Lyons, and the 10 moves to the inside the 87. Landon Lyons trying to get by now Kashawn Richardson for a spot, and Brett Sierra up ahead of the 98. Lyons to 6th, then the 10 car. Wells looks for a 7th now as he jumps low. He got a little tight though at the racetrack. And here comes Hernandez for a spot. But Nathan Green also has to run the 24 car. They're still side by side for 6th. Kashan not giving it up, but Lyons is going to have the preferred lane through turns 1 and 2. He'll take that 6th spot away. He'll look for 5th on Brett Sierra now. And a good run going into turn number 3. We'll see if he can pull to the inside here. Kashan and Wells up the racetrack through 3 and 4. The yellow flag is out for the first time today. Reigns leads the back, and Trey Rainey has crashed with Oliver Evans at the back of the field. Maybe Sebastian Kukulon also involved with Edwin Mendez. A few cars get damaged, and our first yellow flag at the ISM Raceway in the Grainger 300. Jonathan Reigns has dominated. He's led every lap from the pole position. Let's see what happened. Our first yellow flag is out. Trey Rainey, the 32, along with the 62 of Oliver Evans, were involved in this one. This was hard racing back right here. 40th, 39th, 38th, 37th, 36th, 35th. 35th on back here are racing terribly hard for these spots. And it's Alex Reynolds getting into the one of Eli Bright that's going to set this off. You can see right there, they get sideways. One up into the 32, 40 down to the 6, into the 62. And Oliver Evans gets projected up in the air. And that car goes for a tumble down the back straight. Oliver Evans, a nasty tumble at the ISM Raceway, almost over the pit wall. Luckily, he didn't get over into pit road. And he drove that car away somehow, someway. Oliver Evans got back down all fours. You can see just how hard they were racing. Colucci up ahead with Freddie Soto, got sideways. Then they got sideways back behind them and was on from there. So 4 cars that all get damaged. It's Mendez, Evans, Kukulon, and Trey that get the most damage from this one. As we look at this wild tumble from another angle. Oliver just got pinched in the wall the right way and caused him to go for a wild tumble. So, crazy crash to bring our first yellow flag in the Grainger 300 at the ISM Raceway. Jonathan Reigns has led every lap so far from pole position. Green flag this time by for these Target Series drivers. It will be a third of the way done with the Grainger 300. We'll have 20 laps of racing to go. Jonathan Reigns, he started on pole. He's on all 9 laps, about to be 10, as he leads in ISM. No cars have DNF, so Oliver Evans, even after the flip, is still out there on the racetrack. Reigns leads the race. Keegan Thompson has marched up to 2nd. Andrew Bean is 3rd. Leah Capana 4th. Brett Sierra is 5th. Landon Lyon's been on charge. He's 6th. Kashawn Richardson is 7th. Matthews Wells 8th. Hernandez has charged the field in 9th. And Jonathan Beeford also inside the top 10. Through 3 and 4. Green flag is back out. And Thompson with a great jump. He stayed with the 0-2. Can he make a move now? He's on the back of the 0-2, not looking to the inside quite yet. Now, Thompson, looking low through 1 and 2. He's there. Can he complete the pass down the back straight? Keegan Thompson gonna get by Reigns as they go through 3 and 4, but the 0-2 fights on the top side. He's gonna clear the 11 car. Reigns off the top, but Thompson fights back now to the inside of the dog leg. Jonathan Reigns a power move on the outside to stay clear for the lead. Thompson not done yet. But now the 0-2 is clear. What a move out Jonathan Reigns to get around the outside. We had a few cars come down pit road. I don't know if it was penalties or what, but Tyler Fink last race winner is one of them. And it looks like the 18 Jake Gow is the other. And it's split the field a little bit here. As you can see, the 4 of Alex Fletcher is now caught up to the front 16. The front 16 are gone 17th on back, have been kind of broken off due to what happened there on the restart. So Jonathan Reigns not turning the race lead. The O2 is definitely one of the stronger cars here today. Can anyone find a way around Jonathan Reigns? Brett Sierra to 5th as he just got by Leon Capana right there. He'll bring Jonathan Beeford through on the inside and up to 4th. One of the cars we saw was the fastest in that first green flag run. Landon Lyons is coming through the field. He's up to 4th now. Andrew Bean looks for a second on Keegan Thompson. Back behind him a whole jam of cars as Matthews Wells looks 3 wide for some positions. Anthony Hernandez gets shoved high by the 60 of Jack Marshall. And Kashawn looking 3 wide on Wells now. This is for 6th. Wells through the middle lane, fights back, and stays clear. Kashawn Richardson drives low. Nathan Green and Jack Marshall trying to go with them. There's Nugget Scott, Bronson Minnick, Evan Hunter, Casey Nanko. Jeffrey Buford has joined the front pack. Some of these cars trying to come forward and get some spots. Here's a little bit of a fly through the field. These drivers right here trying to gain some spots. And here's Oliver Evans off the pace, and the two cars that had to come down the pit lane. Keegan Thompson trying to reel in the 02 car. 14 to go right here in the Grainger 300. Rain still leads, but that gap is not really opening up. It's pretty constant right now at the front of the field. Thompson trying to get there in second. Andrew Bean is currently in third case, the front two tangle. And Landon Lyons, only 1 point back in the point lead, is currently scored in fourth, with Brett Sierra up in fifth. Right behind him is Matthew Wilson, 87 in sixth. Keegan Thompson cannot get through 3 and 4 like Jonathan Rains can, and that's where the 02 gains the time back. The 11 is faster everywhere else in the lap, and then 3 and 4 he just loses all the time he gained. Here's the battle for fifth. Wells to the inside, Brett Sierra, and I find Brett just surrendering that position, getting line sixth right here. Trying to hold off Jonathan Beeford. 12 to go this time by. Landon Lyons up the racetrack through 3 and 4. Rain starts to pull back away from the 11 on Thompson. 12 to go. Leon Capon trying to regain the lost ground. Back up by Jack Marshall for 11th. Battle for 6th. The Sierra's car might be going away. Jonathan Beaver trying to reel him in to get a spot and some more points. Jonathan Rains sees 11 to go. And a hungry Keegan Thompson entry being back behind him. Rains won the Daytona 500 in the Gatorade Cup Series earlier this season. Looking for a win here today. He's come so close this season, yet so far. He's looking to do it here today at ISM. There's the battle for 6. Sierra, though, gets the run to the top of turn number 2 to stay clear of the 15 of Jonathan Beeford. He'll slice the nose off the 15, and we'll see 10 to go. 10 miles remain at ISM. Jonathan Rains leads. Thompson in second. And these cars back here are going to try and gain some ground. Here's Jeff Bright coming forward in the 5. Danny Lloyd and Riley Spurgeon just behind him. Spurgeon started on the last row. Same with Cole Luigi. They both start 3rd and 40th. They're both battling inside the top 25 right now. 9 to go. Here's a battle. That's for 3rd. Bean high, Lyons low. Landon Lyons to P3. And 8 to go this time by. Bean sideways off turn number 2. Mathis Wells trying to close in for 4th now. And Wells trying. Bean, his car does not look stable right now. It's very, very loose and just not getting the grip off the corners. And we'll see if Wells can try and cross over in 1 and 2 right here. Andrew Bean falling off the 05. And that's bringing Wells right back to Brett Sierra and Jonathan Buford. This is going to be about 4 or 5 car battle for 4th position as Andrew Bean tries to get back in the rhythm and keep going forward. The battle for 2nd is on. Landon Lyons, if he can get by Keegan Thompson, couldn't even run on Jonathan Rains. 7 to go for the 10 to get by the 11 and then run the 02 down. He had a peek to the inside the 11, but he just couldn't make it work. Wells finally to the inside, Bean for 4th. He's going to take it away down the back. And this is bring now Brett Sierra back inside the top 5. Wells trying to make it work on the bottom of the racetrack, but just like we saw with Rains bound for the lead, the outside worked for Bean. He might clear the 87 by the time they get to turn 1. Wells will make sure that doesn't happen with a dive into turn number 1. And Brett Sierra up the racetrack. There goes Buford to the inside them for that position. And 5 to go this time by. Battle for 6. Sierra up the racetrack and Buford through. Buford now trying to push Mathis Wells through. As Sierra falls back, Nathan Green to his inside. Nugget Scott might move by. And still side by side for 4th. Wells cannot complete the pass, and Andrew Bean, the 05, hanging tough on the outside. Jonathan Buford pushes the 87 by. Wells through to 4th. Bell for 5th. Bean in line in 5th now. And now Buford from 6th up the racetrack. There goes Green to the inside. And Sierra clears off Nugget Scott. 4 to go. The battle for 6th is on. Green through. He gets by Buford. Brett Sierra now for 7th on Buford, with Nugget Scott 9th, waiting back behind them. Meanwhile, Jonathan Rains leads by about 10 car lengths over the 11 of Keegan Thompson. 3 to go for the 02. Oliver Evans is in turns 1 and 2, but I don't think he'll play an impact on how this race plays out. Buford keeps the spot off Brett Sierra. That's 7th and 8th. Leon Capon charging back up to 9th. As Nugget Scott falls to 10th, he'll have to try and hold up Sean Richardson for this top 10 spot. In terms of points battles, Anthony Hernandez is up in the 12th position. Meanwhile, Landon Lyons is 3rd, and Mathis Wells is going for 3rd. 2 to go, and a battle at the top of the points. Wells came in 3rd in points. Lyons came in 2nd in points. They just swapped now to 3rd and 4th. Wells is 3rd, Lyons is 4th. Reigns will see the white flag this time by. Reigns has dominated one more time around ISM. He started on pole position. He's led every single inch of this race. Back behind them, Nathan Green will move to 5th by Andrew Bean. And John Buford has a save for 6th. Big battles behind them. But no one has touched Jonathan Reigns all day long. Final time through 3 and 4. The checkered flag is up, and Jonathan Reigns wins at ISM. And Buford got by Bean for 6 at the end. A dominant day for the O2 driver Jonathan Reigns. He started on pole and never looked back. No one ever had a shot at the O2 car today. Let's go see the finish results after ISM. Here are the finish results from the Grainger 300 at the ISM Raceway. We had 1 caution flag today for 4 laps, and only 1 driver saw the leader today, and that was the O2 of Jonathan Reigns, scoring the victory, leading all 30 laps from pole position. Keegan Thompson, the one who rode in 2nd pretty much all day long, he ends up finishing there. Mathis Wells battled up to end up in 3rd. Landon Lyons fell in the last lap to 4th, and Nathan Green moves up to 5th. Jonathan Buford 6th, Andrew Bean fell to 7th on the last lap, Brett Sierra 8th, Leon Capon 9th, and Nugget Scott rounds out the top 10. Sean Richardson got 11th, 12th for Jack Marshall, 12th for Anthony Hernandez, 13th for Jack Marshall, Alex Fletcher in 14th, Casey Nanico 15th, Bronson Mank 16th, Evan Hunter 17th, Jennifer Buford in 18th, 19th Jack Canaramo, and Carson Bowers rounding out the top 20. So if Jonathan Reigns didn't get many points here today, he moves into the points lead. If he didn't, Landon Lyons and Mathis Wells are actually tied for 2nd in points now because of where they finished. They were 5 points apart coming into the race. Wells got 5 more points than Lyons by finishing 1 spot further ahead. That's why they are tied for 2nd in points. Danny Lloyd now 21st. Jeff Bright finished 22nd. Cole Lewis and Rasmus, who started on the last round, they got 23rd and 24th. Jay Randall 25th. Justin Zeidel in 26th. Trey Rainey 27th. Marshall Burrow in 28th. Luke Rainey 29th. Sebastian Kukla on 30th. 31st, Freddie Soto. 32nd, Alex Reynolds. 33rd, Adam McDowell. 34th, Zachary DeLello. 35th, John Smith. Eli Brighton 36th. Edwin Mendez 37th. Oliver Evans 38th. Jake Gowey, Tyler Fink both had issues on the restart. 39th and 40th, respectively. Let's now go see the point standings. Here are the points after 4 races. On top, Jonathan Reigns, his first victory of the season, moves him into the points lead by 12 points over Landon Lyons and Mathis Wells. They are tied 2nd and 3rd in points. Nathan Green is now 4th, and Anthony Hernandez fell from the points lead all the way down to 5th. Keegan Thompson is 6th, Riley Spurtube 7th, 8th for Nugget Scott, 9th for Jonathan Buford, and Jay Brando, rounds out the top 10. As we look at the top 20, Casey Nanico is currently 11th, Bronson Mank in 12th, Cole Luigi 13th, 14th Jake Galloway, 15th for Alex Reynolds, Leon Capon is 16th, Eli Bright is 17th, Jack Canaramo 18th, Tyler Fink the Bad Day moves him down to 19th, and Zachary DeLello rounds out the top 20. So 3 of our winners are inside the top 7 in points. The other one is Tyler Fink down in the 19th position. And 2 of our winners are 1-2 in points. Sean Richardson is 21st in points. Jack Marshall 22nd, Andrew Bean 23rd, Brett Sierra now 24th, Danny Lloyd 25th, Luke Rainey, Alex Fletcher, Trey Rainey, Edwin Mendez, and Jennifer Buford, Jeff Bright, Evan Hunter, Marshall Burrow, Freddie Soto, John Smith, Carson Bowers, Oliver Evans, Adam McDowell, Sebastian Kukulan, and Justin Zeidel rounding out the points field. 4 races in, we're done with the West Coast for now as we look forward to race number 5 of the Target Series season. We're going to Michigan for the Ream 250. I will see you guys then.